Today we're going to be reviewing protagonists and antagonists and what the difference is between them. As we're watching some of these characters pop up on the screen, let's review. The protagonist is the main character, is who the story's about. The antagonist, however, is the one who's giving the protagonist a problem. The one thing you want to know and remember is that the antagonist can be several different types. It could be the character themselves, so the protagonist can be the antagonist, and that would be man versus self. The antagonist could also be nature. It could be a tornado, it could be flooding, it could be a disease. That would be man versus nature. So the antagonist could be a part of nature. The antagonist can also be society, the government, that gives the protagonist a problem. The antagonist can also be another person. That would be man versus man. And the antagonist could be something supernatural, like a ghost, a werewolf, a vampire. It could also be, the antagonist could be a machine. That would be man versus technology. So when we're doing this practice, I want you to think about the protagonist is the main character, and the antagonist could be tricky. You just have to look and see what is being faced. After breaking his mother's favorite vase, Casey struggles to decide whether he should tell his mother the truth and face the consequences, or whether he should attempt to hide his mistake and blame the family dog. So who do you think this story is about? Who is the protagonist? The protagonist is Casey. And then let's think about it. Who is giving Casey a problem in this story? Who or what? Look right here. Whether he should attempt to hide his mistake. So he's trying to decide if he should hide his mistake. He's struggling with himself. So the antagonist would also be Casey. That would be an internal conflict. Man versus self. Number 2, Kiko is a ninja warrior trained by Mountain Master Yohu Maharati. When Master Maharati is slain by the Shan Bhutan of the Lotus Clan in the most cowardly of fashions, Kiko lays it all on the line to avenge the death of his master. Will Kiko overcome Shan Bhutan and the powerful Lotus Clan? So who's the protagonist in this story? Who is this about? Of course, it's Kiko. Who's giving Kiko a problem? Look at the last sentence. Will Kiko overcome Shan Bhutan and the powerful Lotus Clan? So who's giving him a problem? Who would be the antagonist? The Shan Bhutan. This will be man versus man, an external conflict. Number 3. It's the year 3030, and society is completely dependent on computers and robots. A young boy named Domino is flying his hoverboard to school when all the machines start acting up and attacking people due to a powerful virus. Computer virus. What will Domino do now that the machines that are supposed to help him have turned against him? So who is this story about? Who is the protagonist? Of course, it's Domino. Then what is giving him a problem in this story? So what would be the antagonist, or who would be the antagonist? The machines. It says the machines, because of a powerful virus, the machines are supposed to help them, have turned against him. So this would be man versus machine. Brian has the best dog in the world. In fact, he has one of the only dogs in the world. That's because dogs are not allowed in Brian's world, where people believe that dogs spread diseases. Brian's dog will be executed if he's caught. Soon Brian learns of a mysterious underground dog owners club and joins the fight to legalize dogs. Can Brian and his new friends prove to the world that dogs are safe and friendly? So who is this story about? It's not the dog. It's Brian. And who or what is giving Brian the problem? Think about the world he's living in, where people believe that dogs spread diseases. And he and his friends are trying to prove to the world that dogs are safe. So who's giving Brian the problem? The society that they live in, the world, the people that live there. So this will be man versus society. All right, we'll practice 2 more. Janie is on a whitewater rafting trip along a choppy river when their guide suddenly has a heart attack. Now she and the other passengers must learn to work together to survive the treacherous rapids. As if things weren't bad enough, some of the passengers spotted a bear following the confused rafters along the shore. Will Janie make it home safely? So who's the protagonist? Who's this story about? Janie. And who or what is giving Janie a problem? Well, the guide has a heart attack. The passengers have to work together to survive the rapids. So we've got a heart attack, we've got the rapids, we've got the bear. All three of those things are part of nature. So the antagonist would be nature. This will be man versus nature. Kirsten was once teased for being heavy, but then she lost a lot of weight. Now Kirsten's very skinny, but there's just one problem. She still sees an overweight girl when she looks in the mirror. Her friends and family try to convince her of how beautiful she is, but she doesn't believe them. Worse still, she's continuing to diet. Will Kirsten be able to align her body image with reality, or will she destroy herself? Who is this story about? Who is the protagonist? Kirsten. Who is giving Kirsten a problem? Now, her friends and family are not giving her a problem. Kirsten herself is not seeing herself the way she really is. Look at the last sentence. Will Kirsten be able to align her body image with reality, or will she destroy herself? So who is really giving Kirsten a problem? Kirsten is herself. So the antagonist would be man versus self. Again, we're talking about protagonist, who is the main character, and the antagonist, who's given the main character a problem. Could be nature, could be something in nature, something in society. It could be another character. It could be themselves. It could be technology or supernatural. But the way to figure that out is to figure out who the main character is and then who or what is given that main character, the protagonist, a problem. And then you've got your antagonist. And that's all we have for today.